Good morning, everybody. I hope that you can be super patient with me as I try to learn how to do this recording and kind of daily lessons. So we're going to give it a try together. So if you want to participate with me today, you need a couple of things. You're going to need some paper, and you are going to need one of your dice. So if you want to pause right now and grab just a piece of paper or two and some dice. If you have a journal or a notebook, that would be a great thing to have. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So today what we're going to do is we're actually going to do some sound cards, just like we do during reading groups. We are going to do a syllable breakdown. And today we're going to do the tiger rule. And then I thought it'd be fun if we could write a story together. And it's going to be a narrative. Next, I thought we could play just a quick dice adding game. And finally, I thought we could make a picture together. So that is our plan for today. Okay, so I'm going to put up a card. We're going to say the letter and the sound. It's going to be a speed game. Okay, so when you see the letter, you're going to say the sound. CH says ch. WH says w. OU says ow. U silent E says you. ER says SM says sm. SL says sol. CL says col. FF says f. CK says sk. Tell me you're still cool, Mrs. Howell. I wasn't looking at that very closely. CK says k. SH says sh. GL says gul. PL says pull. ST says st. I noticed the lines before this one, so this means this ST blend will be at the end of a word. And E says two sounds. It says eh, like the short sound, or it also says E, the long sound, and that's the one we're going to talk about with our tiger rule, with our open syllables today. So one of our syllable rules that we were working on is the tiger rule. So if there's a consonant between two vowels, try to divide after the first vowel. The first vowel should make the long vowel sound and be an open syllable. And that open syllable is going to make that long sound. And so like in tiger, I see it says if there's a consonant between two vowels, so that G, we try to divide it after the first vowel. And so then we have tiger, I, tiger, tiger. So we're going to try to break apart a couple words. So the first word I have here is we're going to look for our vowels first. And then I'm going to look for my consonants. If I'm using my tiger rule, where do you think I'm going to divide this? Yep, right after that vowel. And I can see you guys can't see this very well. One of those, be patient with me. There we go. So we have a vowel, consonant, vowel. Okay, so here we go. So I see the first one, fo, f-o, fo, k, cuss, focus. And you can see this U makes the I sound, and that's because when I pronounce it, it sounds different. Okay, next one. I'm going to look for my consonants and my vowels. So I have my vowel, consonant, vowel. Okay, if I'm going to follow my tiger rule, I'm going to divide it after that vowel. So that first syllable is by itself. It's an open syllable. So we have I. This is going to be a closed syllable because I see it's a consonant, vowel, consonant. So this E is going to be short. Tem. Item. That would be the word item. Last one, I'm going to follow that tiger rule. So I see my vowel. I see another vowel. Oh, this one's actually going to have a different syllable rule, which is that L-E, the O. I got to stick those together. So let's divide it right there. So this is an open syllable. So we have I, tie, t-o, to, title, title. So there we go. Okay. So right now what I want you to do is get your paper out for me. Now I have a notebook. You might have just a blank piece of white paper. You might have the back of a paper you've already used. Just use the back of it. Use whatever you have. Okay, so I want to think about today a story that I can do. So let's brainstorm together. What are some ideas of, let's see, I'm going to draw a circle here. We were talking about those leprechauns, so maybe we could put leprechaun in the middle. So I'm going to write leprechaun. And if you need to pause it right now so you can look at how to spell leprechaun, that would be a good time to do that. Okay, so let's see. I could either write a story about a trap of a leprechaun or an adventure. I think today I want to do an adventure about what would happen if I found a leprechaun. So where would I go? Let's see. If I found a leprechaun, you might be outside. And I've heard that leprechauns have gold, so maybe I'm trying to get his gold. Okay, let's see. Maybe I'm not trying to trap the leprechaun. Maybe I'm just trying to follow him and see where he goes. So let's see. Maybe I was on a bike ride with my family. Now your story map may look totally different than my story map, and that's okay. Okay, so if you need to pause it so you can come up with a story map, go ahead. And now what I want to do is I want to think about how my story would start. And when I start a story, I'm going to put that capital letter at the beginning. Oh, maybe I got to do it this way for you guys. Capital letter, and then everything else is going to be that lowercase. And at the end, we're going to put that period. So if you have space, you can put it at the bottom of this paper. If not, just go on the back of a different paper. Neatness is not really our goal right now, guys. Okay, so I'm going to start with one day I went for a bike ride with my family. Where do you start your letters? At the top. One day. Now I don't have a stick because I'm not at school. So I can use anything. I can use an art pencil. I can use a marker. I have one of Desmond's Legos here. I can even use a Lego as a spacer. You can use anything you need to if you need to put space between your words. One day, I by itself is always capital. I was going on a bike ride. And I can tell this is a narrative story because it's telling an idea and it's telling a story. Right now it's a personal narrative because it's telling about, I'm using that word I when I'm writing. One day I was going on a bike ride. I'd like a better transition word than then. Ooh, I'm going to use suddenly. Suddenly, I saw a... Ooh, I could look up here for leprechaun. Now, I made it capital in my story map, but I'm going to make it lowercase down here. Leprechaun. My family decided to follow him. Where should we follow him to? Maybe he hid the gold inside my mailbox. And that's where I found it. Where do you think you could have your leprechaun hiding his gold? He led us to my mailbox. Inside it was all the gold. Did you notice my mistake? Yep, you're right. I have a period right here. This has to be capital. Thanks for catching that. That's a pretty good story. I can't wait to hear about your story that you wrote. And if you don't want to write about a leprechaun today, you can write about anything you want. Okay, so next thing I want you to do is grab your dice. Okay, we got our dice here. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to actually just play a really quick game of roll the dice, and we're going to add 2. And we're just going to do a speed game and see how many numbers we can do in 30 seconds. Okay, so here we go. We're going to do 30 seconds on the clock. We're going to roll our dice. Your numbers are going to be different than mine. So if you want to watch me play first, and then you can pause it and play your own. Okay, ready? So here we go. 5 plus 2 is 7. 2 plus 2 is 7. Oop, 4. 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 plus 2, 7. 4 plus 2, 6. 5 plus 2, 7. 6 plus 2, 8. 5 plus 2, 7. Okay, so now you pause the video and you go ahead and roll your dice for 30 seconds and see if you do the dice plus 2, what your answers are. Okay. Last thing today is I want us to do something creative. And so I thought we could draw a picture together. So I'm going to draw my own leprechaun trap, and you guys can draw one at the same time. So if you need to grab a piece of paper, you can. So let's see. Now, Miss Howell is not a very good artist yet, so I'm doing the best job I can. So You know, I think Nora and Desmond have some colored pencils. Well, Nora prefers colored pencils when she's drawing, and Desmond prefers crayons when he's drawing. So you can grab whatever you have. So I'm going to put a table. Let's see. Try to make a ramp. And I know leprechauns like gold, so I'm going to draw that. I wonder what your idea is of what you are going to have. Let's see. I'm going to have a box up here. That's a door. And I like to label my pictures. Let's see. There's the gold. And then, most importantly, I'm going to draw a picture of me. Because honestly, that's the most important person in this whole picture. So while you've been home, I'm sure you've been reading lots of books and probably watching lots of TV. And that's okay. And I want you to make sure that you are spending some time learning how to do things. Now, if you're not doing schoolwork, that's okay, but learn how to do other things, like maybe learn to cook a meal with your family, or maybe learn to do something that was really tricky for you before, and now you can do it. So I know you guys are going to do amazing things. So I'm going to finish my picture here. I will check in with you guys tomorrow. And if you have a picture of your leprechaun trap, you can post it to Homeroom, or you can email it to me. And I miss you guys very much, and I will see you really soon. I'll see you guys tomorrow.